The blueprint.
An absolute must-see.
Now, first of all, I want to welcome you all to what? Michigan. That's what recruits want for Christmas. We on the list again. Stay tuned, keep your eyes glued, make sure you listen in. John Reeves is doing this thing, the blueprint gets it in.
Welcome to the Blueprint Show. Who could possibly have it better than us? Nobody, and I mean nobody. This your man, Michigan Man Ray.
And your boy Zeek, what up?
Man, we got special guests on again. As usual, you never know who gonna pop up on the Blueprint. Today we got Jameric and John Woods joining us. What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, so Jameric, man, tell us, man, what it's been like, man. Been a Michigan commit. You've been a Michigan commit for a minute.
Yeah, it's great, man. Just getting all the love from the fans, the people around you, just meeting new people, talking to the other commits, and recruiting people. It's just been amazing.
Man, you just said music to my ears. You said recruiting people. Name some of the people that you been talking to, especially from your neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah, down here in Bama, I got my Bama boys. I got Nico, Tori, Will, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Then up there in Mississippi, Jalen Kelly, all them.
And that's what's up. So, are you guys coming up to the barbecue?
Yes, sir. Right now, if everything goes right, we come.
Anybody coming with you, or you just coming solo?
We don't know for sure yet, but we'll find out today, probably. Hey, Jameric, this your boy Zeek. You know what? I hear a lot in the media, social media as well, that you and Jalen Kelly Powell, are tight. How did that relationship start up? How did y'all get to be friends? With one's living obviously in Michigan and one way down in Alabama. Yeah, it really started, we were at a study trip together. And we seen each other, we talked to each other because I knew he was one of the top safeties, and he knew I was one of the top safeties. So we met, we talked. Then we seen each other on the Duke visit again. And, we had spent the night on that Duke visit, and we went out with each other. We just built a closer bond. So ever since then, we just stayed in touch and everything. And when I went up there to Ann Arbor, I was hanging out with him and stuff. So we just built a relationship.
It's good. And this question is for John. John, being a parent of such a high-profile player as Jameric, what has the recruiting process been like for you and your wife and your family?
It's been awesome, man. The people we've met, places we've been, I've never gotten to see some of the things I've seen. It's been kind of overwhelming at times, but overall, man, my son made it easy for me because when he went to Michigan, it was almost a no-brainer for him. When we left, man, he was just head over heels for him. So it kind of slowed down after that. We just got focused on making the transition and moving him up north, letting him start one of the most exciting parts of his life.
Go Blue, that's good news. All right, John, what is it that sold you? We know what it was that sold your son. What is it that sold you and your wife when you knew your son was making a great decision to go Blue?
First off, the educational part, man. We made a trip to the barbecue last year and met Corey Malone Hatch's father and his family. And they're great people, man. I love them. Can't wait to spend more time with them at the games and things. But he broke a lot of things down to me as far as education, where the program stood, the top school in the nation on a lot of aspects. If they weren't top, they were top 5. So the educational part at the end of the day, as parents, that's what you got to be focused on. Because football can be taken from you at any time. But nobody can take your education away. So that was one of the main things. And then also the coaching staff, man, they were just, a lot of the schools we went to, you couldn't talk to the head coach at all. You might see him in passing. He might come shake your hand. Coach Harbaugh really received me and my wife well. We sit down, talk to him probably an hour and a half. He even made the statement this was one of the most informative sessions he's had with a parent. I think he kind of enjoyed it. So, we kind of I felt like we built a bond with him, with Coach Bam, of course. He assured me that my Bama boy is going to be taken care of by him being a Bama boy. So it was just an overall great experience, man. Sitting up in the big house, looking out over it, and walking out on the field, it was great.
And this
Wow.
question is for both you guys. And I wanted to know, I'm not sure if you guys saw in the media kind of what Coach Malzone and maybe a couple of the coaches in the SEC very dismissive of Michigan a year ago being able to pull top athletes, like Jameric from Alabama. Um, First, did you hear those things? And second, after you had a chance to, like you said, experience Michigan, how outrageous are those comments, in your opinion now?
Yeah, we heard all the chatter. This is Alabama and Auburn country, no doubt. Everybody wants to go to Alabama and Auburn growing up. Those are premier programs, great programs. But at the end of the day, man, it's a no-brainer. You got Coach Harbaugh, NFL coach, playing, took his team to the Super Bowl, great college player. Obviously, going to be a great college coach just from last year. Just watching him take his team as far as he did and being so close to being in the big game. But now you're looking at him having a chance to implant his players, his coaches, his nutritionists, his everything, man, and it's just going to get so much better. The ceiling is just wide open. I don't think it's a ceiling at all. I think the sky's the limit.
Man, you said something so key right there. Uh, Harbaugh, putting his imprint and everything. We like to call it, and I got this from Coach Harbaugh. I heard him on an interview. He said that Michigan, he wants recruits and everybody to know that Michigan is the NFL's 33rd team. And I can really see that. I mean, he runs that program like the NFL. And of course they hired in the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they got the Patriots training staff. One of their head trainers is now at Michigan. I mean, these kids working out. So, Jameric, it's got to be pretty exciting to come play for a lot of coaches that have such NFL experience, for your 4 years plus getting your degree.
Yes, sir, it is. Because, the coaches like that, they got a lot of experience. They can't tell you anything wrong. And they're not going to tell you anything to hurt you. They only tell you something to build you up. So that's very exciting to come here and play for those coaches.
Man, that's awesome.
Jameric, you got a lot of size, a lot of length, for a safety at your position. I mean, I know Jeremy Clark on our team is pretty long at corner, but you bring a ton of size at that position. Tell us a little bit about your game.
Well, really, my game is I'm a long rangey player. I can cover the field with my legs and everything like that. I cover both sides, all the whole field and everything. And I come down, field the alley. I go up and high point the ball. I'm good when you put me in that middle of the field because I can track the ball down and everything. So I feel like I'm a good overall safety. I can do a little bit of all.
So if you get your hands on it, you're turning it over.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Because that's something that's our secondary. It's needed, man. It's one thing to get your hand on it. It's another thing to have the ball skills and be able to take it the other way. So I've watched some tape, a little bit of tape of you, and I've seen it firsthand, man. You definitely possess those things in your game.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have y'all started practice yet this year for your new season?
Yes, sir. We have actually Monday will be the first day, the start of our camp season. So that'll be our first day.
So with the recruiting process and everything out of the way, and focusing on your season, we talked a little bit about this with Reese. Obviously the state championship is the goal. How you guys looking?
Oh, yeah, we looking real good. We got a lot of players that got field experience from last year. And we just really bonding as a team and keep building each other up and pushing each other every day. The competition in practice is amazing. I go against good guys every day, and we just push each other to get better. So I believe we're going to make this run.
That's awesome. This question is for both of you guys. With people like Feinbaum hating on Coach Harbaugh, Pinky and Samuel Jackson had to get at him on the blueprint a couple times. Tell us, what is Coach Harbaugh like?
Oh, man, he's a ball of energy. He's a down-to-earth guy. He's more, to me, he's more focused on getting these guys into great young men off the field as well as on the field. You know, because he just wants to bring them into his network, man. And that's one thing a kid should look at. He should look at all the things, all the benefits outside of football he can get by playing under Coach Harbaugh and the coaches he's brought in. You're going to be getting NFL experience every day in practice, things that kids won't get at other colleges. So I think that's a big plus football-wise. And then, like I say, his energy, man, he just from the videos, being in the concerts, things, man, it's just that's one of the things I was looking for as a parent. Is watching my son play the game, I looked for a coach with energy that would let him play his game. You know, I didn't want somebody that, you got to be restricted and follow this rule, follow that rule, when I know he's out there to win ball games. He wants to win. So it's kind of put the dog out the chain is what I like to say.
Man, that's phenomenal. Rap videos. Who could possibly have it better than us? Nobody. Man, that's awesome. You guys planning on coming up to any games this upcoming season?
Yes, we are. I think we're going to hit about 2, maybe 3. But I would like to get as many as possible.
I saw the 7-on-7 video. Jay Woods, you and Nico, y'all schools was matched up, man. That was pretty impressive, man. You cover a lot of ground back there, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And what was that like going against Nico and knowing he could potentially be a future teammate?
Oh, yeah, it was real fun. You know, on the field, we compete and everything, so that friend stuff is out the window. But after the game and stuff, we shook it up, we cool and everything like that. So,
man,
you know, you just like competing against a guy like that.
That's awesome. Iron sharpens irons. I often say that our practices would be harder than the actual games. You know, once coach get this team and get his players in, you know, and I just think it's a great situation for you as well. You know, us having a top secondary and, you know, guys back there, but those guys will be graduating. So, I mean, it's a great opportunity for you to come in, you know, play and learn this system and play and do your things. You and somebody like Jalen Kelly Powell out there. Shout out JP. So I just think it's pretty good. What coaches you stay in contact with the most?
Most of the time I talk to Coach Bam, Coach Smith, Coach Brown, all of them. So I contact them a lot.
Because it's got to be from two distinct different perspectives because of how our generation saw MJ and then how the younger kids see MJ. You know, why don't y'all both give us, you know, what are your feelings about Michigan being the first football school to ever wear the Jumpman label on the jerseys and on the pants? What do y'all think about that?
Well, for me, you know, I'm really excited because you walk around with J's on and that Jordan Jumpman logo on, you know, that means something. J's, you know, that brand, or that swag, man. So it means something. And for me, it's Jordan, man. I grew up watching this guy dominate his sport. And to me, when I coached AAU for a while, and a lot of the parents used to get mad at me for buying the better outfits. But I was like, man, if you look good, you play good, you feel good, you just everything around you is good. So there's no reason not to be winners when you walk around with that Jumpman on your chest.
In the words of Deion Sanders, you look good, play good, you eat good.
Amen.
It's time to eat. I love it, man. Jumpman, wow, that gear is phenomenal. I'm really excited about it. Jay Woods, what things you plan on working on your game this year? You know, personal goal wise. I know you got team goals, but what's your personal goals?
Personal goals, you know, I just want to continue to work on my leadership skills. You know, continue to be a role model for people on and off the field, and I just want to continue to just work on my craft, work on my techniques, the little things I need to do better, and stuff like that. Continue to get stronger and faster. So that's what I'm really working on.
Any shout outs you guys want to give?
Yeah, shout out to all my Bama boys, Nico, Tariq, Will, all of them. My boy JKP, you know, even Ambry, man. Ambry, that's my boy too.
Man, Ambry a stud, man. He lit it up
Jay
out at
Woods,
the open.
I don't know if he answered already, Jay Woods. I don't know if you answered this already, but what was your first, I remember back when talking to Jabril, and Jabril's first, the first time he came in contact with Michigan was on a video game, and he loved, the uniform and the helmet and the whole thing, and that kind of piqued his interest towards Michigan. What was the first time, Michigan came up and you said, I might, I like that place?
Well, I remember, I like to watch old games and stuff like that. So, like little highlights and stuff. So I watched the little highlights and I seen Charles Woodson, the things he did in Michigan and everything. So that kind of piqued my interest right there with him winning the Heisman, as a defensive player, but all-around player, really. That just really piqued my interest there.
So to go from there to in a couple of days be able to be right on campus on the same field with him rocking a new Jordan jersey, that's got to be surreal, right? A little bit?
Yeah, it's almost a dream come true, really, because, you play NCAA games, you play with Michigan, you create your own player, you want them to go to your school or whatever like that. So just having the opportunity to play in a big house with Charles Woodson watching and everything with that Jordan Jumpman, it's amazing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, man.
I mean,
sounds like a blessing from heaven, man. Blessing from heaven.
I was just thinking the same thing, man. I mean, boy, I know it's got to be a lot of kids in your shoes that would love to be in your spot, man. That's just awesome. Dad, you got any shout outs you want to give or anything?
Man, I shout out to my wife. I'm gonna shout out. I'm gonna keep it 100, man, and I'm just gonna talk to the Bama parents of the kids that's thinking about Michigan, and I'm just gonna put it out there like me and my son said. You'll be Harbaugh's second class. You'll go up there and compete for spots, man, and he's gonna try to get you on the field, I'm sure, because he wants to win. You're the blueprint to the national championship. You're gonna be away from home, but it's like home once you get up there. So just think about it really, really hard. Make a visit. Make a trip. Talk to the coaches. Go talk to Harbaugh one-on-one. Make the best decision for your future. Don't go somewhere and sit down when you go somewhere and play.
Woo! Spoken like a true Michigan man. I hear a lot of recruits telling me, man, that a lot of coaches be telling them, it's cold up there in the wintertime. And then I ask them, do you want to go pro? Because all your pro teams are in cold weather. You done mastered playing in the hot weather. And now come get some of this pro love. You play in this cold and get this coaching and go pro. If you got dreams to go pro. But if, you're not trying to reach your goals, then I tell them bounce. Go somewhere else. Because Michigan's a special place for special people to do special things. Yep. You got anything else, Zeke?
Man, just a whole bunch of gratitude for having these young men on the blueprint, man. These are like we always say when we talk to these young men. Coach Harbaugh is getting the right kind of player, the right kind of student, the right kind of family. Because if every player we talk to, right, they always talk about their family and the support and how you wouldn't be anywhere near where they are if it weren't for them. So it's not all about stars. It's not all about the ranking. Yeah, are those nice? Of course. But the common thread we see is like talking, to the woods. And it's just nice to see, man, because they will be rewarded. They will be coached hard, but they will be rewarded. Go Blue.
Go Blue. Anything else you guys want to say? I'm really excited and glad to have you guys a part of the family.
Yeah, I just want to, thank God for putting me in this position. Without him, I wouldn't have any of these opportunities. So I just want to shout out to him real quick.
Yeah, shout out to God, man. We love God, man. Look at that. God, family, and football. What better life can we have? So when's your first game?
My first game is the 19th, and it's against Nico and them.
Man, I would love to get some of that coverage right there.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, don't bang them up too bad.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to compete out there now. I'm going to get that win.
I like that. He say he gonna get that win. Man, you should come back on.
Wait to hear back. We We need to. We have to have him back on after that.
After that game, brother, you need to come back on. Give us the play-by-play, the update. You know what I mean?
I will. No doubt I will.
Well, guys, we want to thank you all for joining us on the Blueprint Radio Show. Always a pleasure talking to you guys.
Thank you very much, fellas. Have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Go Blue.
Go Blue. Go Blue, baby.
It's the Blueprint.
An absolute must-see.
Now, first of all, I want to welcome you all to what? Michigan. That's what recruits want for Christmas. We on the list again. Stay tuned, keep your eyes glued. Make sure you listen in. John Reeves is doing this thing. The Blueprint gets it in.